Fresh from lifting the Glitterball trophy and capturing the nation's hearts, Carlos Gu is stepping into a bold new chapter, one that sees him trading the ballroom spotlight for a deeply personal, one-man stage show. In an intimate and revealing conversation, the reigning Strictly Come Dancing champion opens up about his evolution as a performer, his emotional journey to self-acceptance, and why adding singing to his repertoire feels like the most natural next step. Brimming with energy and optimism, the 33-year-old dancer from Taiyuan, China, reflects on a whirlwind year that culminated in his unforgettable victory alongside football star Karen Carney. Their partnership not only earned them the coveted Glitterball trophy but also revealed a more vulnerable side of Carlos, as he spoke candidly about personal growth and learning to become a more humble and collaborative performer. Now, as he prepares to debut his first solo show in London, Carlos is eager to explore new creative territory. While dance remains at the heart of his artistry, the production will also showcase another long-held passion, singing. For Carlos, this next move is more than just a career milestone, it's a continuation of a journey that began when he moved to the UK in 2022, a decision he describes as a rebirth that allowed him to embrace his identity freely for the first time. When the conversation turns to the future of Strictly, Carlos is quick to dismiss any ambitions of stepping into a hosting role. "I could never be a host," he laughs, though he admits judging might suit him better, in the nicest possible way. While he praises current presenters Tess Daly and Claudia Winkleman as iconic and nearly irreplaceable, he muses about a return to the show's original format, recalling the era of Bruce Forsyth and suggesting a male-female hosting duo such as Jeanette Manrara and Aljaž Škorjanec. Looking back on his time in the competition, Carlos highlights several standout moments that left a lasting impression. He singles out the performances of Chris McCausland and Diane Buswell, praising the intensity and trust in their routines. Yet, it's his own journey with Karen Carney that remains closest to his heart. Their final dance, the high-energy jive that mirrored their very first routine, felt like a full-circle moment. "It was so special," he reflects. "Something I'll carry with me for the rest of my life." Off the dance floor, Carlos speaks warmly about the friendships he's formed within the Strictly family. He shares a close bond with fellow professionals including Amy Dowden, Katya Jones, and Nikia Kuzman. "We really are like a family," he says, emphasizing the importance of mutual support in such a demanding environment. He also notes his long-standing connections with judges Shirley Ballas and Motsi Mabuse, relationships that date back to their competitive dance days. Known for his emotional openness on screen, Carlos embraces vulnerability as a strength rather than a weakness. "I'm just an emotional person," he explains. "We should all feel free to express ourselves, especially men." He credits his partnership with Karen for helping him confront insecurities and grow both personally and professionally. Away from the glitz and intensity of television, Carlos finds joy in life's simplest pleasures. A perfect day off might include a leisurely walk through a London park, a bike ride through the city, or discovering a tucked-away cafe. "London is so big, there's always something new to find," he says. "I love just sitting, people watching, it's simple, but it makes me happy." His journey, however, began far from the capital's bustling streets. Raised in a small, conservative town in China, Carlos discovered his love for movement and music at an early age. Despite societal perceptions that dance was only for girls, his mother eventually supported his passion, enrolling him in classes at 11, later than most aspiring dancers. By 12, he had left home to train at a prestigious dance school in Beijing, where he was one of only a select few chosen from hundreds of applicants. From that moment on, there was no looking back. Carlos also reflects on the challenges of growing up as a gay man in a society where such conversations were often silenced. You learn to suppress parts of yourself, he admits. His move to the UK marked a turning point, offering him the freedom and acceptance he had longed for. It's a perspective that fuels his belief in the importance of diverse representation on mainstream television. At the core of his story is an enduring admiration for his mother, whom he describes as his greatest influence. Raised by her as a single parent, Carlos credits her strength, wisdom, and unwavering support for shaping the person he is today. His admiration extends to the strong women around him, including Amy Dowden, whose resilience in the face of health challenges he finds deeply inspiring. She's a powerhouse, he says. I wish I could be like her. Looking ahead, Carlos is preparing to reunite with Amy for their upcoming tour, Reborn, while simultaneously pouring his energy into his solo project. Singing, he explains, offers a new dimension to his artistry. Dance sometimes isn't enough to express everything I feel, he says. Now I have more tools. For Carlos Gu, performance is not just a profession, it's a lifelong calling. Whether through movement or music, he remains committed to telling his story in ever more authentic ways. And if he could offer one piece of advice to his younger self? Be fearless. Trust yourself. Be bold, and don't worry so much about what others think.